everybody, Steve here, and today I am taking a look at Ultimate Football. This is an unpublished game designed by Robert D. Peterson that's scheduled to launch a Kickstarter campaign in February of 2014. It's a game for 2 or 4 players and will take you anywhere from 2 to 3 hours to play out. Now, this is a very different game from others that I've reviewed on the channel, in that while you get lots of charts and dice and a very robust play booklet, what you do not get is actual football players, or any football players for that matter. So you won't be recreating the 1980 Houston Oilers season to try to get Earl Campbell a title, and you won't be able to play out the most recent NFL season. Instead, what you get is 2 coaches going head-to-head that have access to the same 12 offensive and defensive plays, and may the best coach win. So what do I think about this game? Well, let's take a look inside the box. I'll go through a sample of play, and then I'll tell you what I think after further review. So here's a look at everything that comes inside the box. Now, a note on the components. Even though this is a prototype, the designer has told me that this is very close to what the final components are going to look like at the end of the Kickstarter campaign. So first we get an 8-page rule booklet that's fairly easy to read through. It starts with a quick start section, and then the last few pages go into more detail breaking down the special plays. There's a Football 101 double-sided chart that gives you a basic background on defensive and offensive plays. There are 2 game plan charts. One side has offense, and then one side has defense. And what these do, they show the 12 different plays that you can call for offense, and then the 12 different plays that you can call for defense, and then how they match up with each other. So in the top here, it'll give you a basic breakdown of what that particular play is, and then it'll show you what the average gain or loss is going to be against that particular play. So for instance, a halfback strong outside run against a 3-4 dime package is going to give you an average of 24.8 yards because it's weak against the outside run. However, that same play against a 4-3 Sam and Mike strong side blitz is going to give you an average of negative 1.9 yards. And we'll show you how those all come together when we go through our sample of play. There is a double-sided special situation tool sheet that just gives you a quick rundown on how all the special situations are resolved and what page of the booklet you'll turn to get the results. Then there's a very large 118 play outcomes booklet that gives you a play-by-play result for all of the different combinations. And simply what you'll do, you'll go to the page that the offense has called, and then you'll compare that against the defense, and then a D12 roll to get the result. And we'll show you a few of them when we go through our sample of play. The game board itself has places where you can keep track of the first down, how many yards there are to go, how many plays you've gone through in the quarter, and then finally what quarter you're currently in. It also has a marker here so you can keep track of the first down marker, and then the football so you can keep track of where you are. It also comes with 2 dice, a 12-sided and an 8-sided. And finally there's a play clock timer that's included with the game. So at the beginning of each turn you'll set it for 1 minute and start it, and then both of the coaches will have that amount of time to put their card down on the field and roll the die to snap the ball. If they don't, they'll be called for a delay of game or an illegal procedure, and this helps to keep the game moving along. There is a scoreboard that just has dials so you can keep track of the score, and then also how many timeouts each team has left. Finally, there's the cards themselves. There's a blue and a green deck, and each of them have the same 12 offensive plays and the same 12 defensive plays. There's also one possession arrow card, and then 2 instant replay challenge cards. So there's a look at the components. Let's head down to the field and run through a drive, show you how a game plays out. Okay, so we'll have blue be the home team, kicking off to the visiting green team. So on a kickoff, you roll the 2 dice, and you're going to read the 8-sided die first. So we roll, and we get a 3-3. So we'll go to page 96 in the booklet. And here's the play-by-play call. Both teams are ready for the kickoff. The place kicker's kick is high and deep. The kick returner catches the ball 7 yards deep in the end zone and runs it out. The kick returner is hit hard at the 13-yard line. The ball pops out and is immediately recovered by the kicking team player. 1st and 10 for the kicking team at the receiving team 13-yard line. So just like that, the blue team will take over at the green 13 with a chance to take an early score. We'll move the ball marker down to the 13. Put the first down marker there. And then we'll put the blue possession arrow. And then we're all set to go. We'll put a minute on the clock. And we'll start it. Now each of the coaches has 1 minute to get their play on the field. So the offensive coach calls in his play. And looks like the defense is set. And then as soon as the defense gets their card down, the blue team can roll their die, and we're set to snap the ball. And we can stop the clock. So we'll roll, and the roll is an 8. So now we'll flip the cards over, and blue is going with a halfback strong outside run, and the defense countered with a 4-3 Sam and Mike strong side blitz. And if you look at the game plan, we'll see that that is the best defense that can be called against this particular play. So this doesn't look good for the blue team. We'll go to the play booklet. 2 wide receivers in the offset I formation and a 4-3 defense. Quarterback takes the snap and hands off to the halfback. It's a strong side end sweep. The halfback moves right and is dropped to the line of scrimmage by the strong outside linebacker. No gain on the play. Oh, move the peg up to 2nd down. Move the play marker up. And here we go with 2nd down. Defense has their play ready. And the offense has their team ready. And then they'll roll the die to snap the ball. The roll is a 1. I'll flip the cards over and see what was played. Stop the clock. And this time the offense is going with a fullback weak side screen pass against a 4-3 strong side medium zone. And looking at the game plan chart, we see that in this case, this is a really good matchup for the offense. 2 receivers in a weak side I formation, 4-3 defense. Quarterback takes the snap and fades back right. He throws a weak side screen pass to the fullback complete. The fullback is past the line and cuts left towards the sideline. He's knocked out of bounds by the right quarterback, but maintains his balance, toe tapping down the sideline. The fullback breaks back inside and is still going. He's finally tackled by the free safety after gaining 61 yards, or in this case 13 yards. Uh-oh, it looks like the fullback may have stepped out of bounds up the field. The ruling on the field is a complete pass for a touchdown, but if we want to use the instant replay, which green is going to, they'll throw down the replay challenge. And we roll the 8-sided die, and it's a 5. So here comes the ref with the call. After further review, the ruling on the field is upheld. The instant replay camera clearly shows that the player did not step out of bounds. The play stands as called on the field. So the touchdown stands. The green team is charged with a timeout. And now we'll go to the extra point. You'll roll the 8 and the 12-sided die together. We get a 5-2. They're lined up for the extra point. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it splits the upright. Okay, so there's a look at Ultimate Football. Now, this game is going to appeal to players that are looking for a more casual game of football and aren't concerned with having actual NFL teams to play out. And it's also something that is going to be a great learning tool for kids. They'll learn about basic offensive and defensive schemes and learn what works against what and why you shouldn't call it blitz on every down, for instance. In the end, your enjoyment of this game is going to come from the people that you play against. You're not playing against the board at all, you're playing against your opponent. You're learning his tendencies and his strategies and then trying to exploit them the same way that real football coaches do every Sunday. So if you're looking for that game that'll allow you to prove that you're a better football coach than your friends are, make sure that you check out the Ultimate Football Kickstarter campaign and pick up a copy for yourself. Alright guys, thanks for watching. My name's Steve, and I'll see you next time. After further review.